Disclaimer. This video is made for entertainment purpose only, it doesn't mean to hurt anyone, and don't take it seriously.
All right, new podcast. Listen, this is our episode 10,862 as we got done with the gospel episode of MC Got Blessed. And then we moved on. I don't know how many views that even got MC. Did we get a normal amount of views?
Like 100 views, I think, as of we're recording this now.
Yeah, well,
not too bad.
People believe. How do you feel now? Do you feel, I see you drinking holy water. Do you feel like you
I'm at peace, my friend.
You feel blessed?
I'm at peace. All is good.
Good. I went to the doctor today and I was expecting the normal routine of, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I came out smelling like, I guess, looking like $1 million. So,
what have you been doing right?
Clean.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing right? They said
nothing. Vitals were good. I'm heavy as hell. I don't think they even have a scale for me anymore. I'm just
weighing. You eclipse the max scale with the
yeah, so yeah. This doctor's so old that I get on one of those scales that you see at like the grocery store to weigh your vegetables. And so
get in this pan and weigh yourself like a bag of fruits.
Yeah, I think nowadays, man, I'm not sure that maybe people are just bigger. Maybe people are just bigger because there's a lot of big people in the and they don't, I mean, walking this earth, there are some large individuals walking around. It's hard to gauge weight because I don't know exactly the weight I weigh versus muscle, fat. I know it's not, I'm not a Arnold Schwarzenegger and I look like awesome body, but I also don't have a big belly that overlaps my manhood to where I can't see my feet. So not too sure anymore. So I kind of just gave up on the whole worrying about the scale because the scale doesn't matter anymore.
I think to answer your question, I think just unfortunately, and this is a sad thing, it's just couch potato generation, TV, phones. What the hell are people doing anymore? You know, like people are so addicted to the phones, TV, their shows.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, they didn't have that shit. So of course you're doing shit. You're staying active. You're probably working more strenuous jobs, obviously, and out doing work. Yeah.
And the physicals are always the same. It's like, can you hear this over here? Can you hear this over here? Watch my finger. Can you feel this the same on this? There's again, I don't know what the answer is. What if I said no? Like,
did you have a prostate exam?
They don't do those anymore. They just do a PSA blood count.
Nobody likes to finger up their butt anymore, huh?
Yeah, and if your PSA blood count comes back normal, then you do not need to get fingered by the doctor.
Well, that's good.
If it does come back with some kind of signs that you might have elevated your PSA count, then they go in there and start exploring around for nodules, what do they call them, on their prostate. So
start jiggling your balls.
They did that too. That doesn't feel good anymore. I don't know why he has to push up so far into my ball sack to see where my hernia is. I mean, if I had one, it would probably be sticking up, but he like takes his finger and he smashes it up in there. And I feel like he's like trying to reach my pulse through my ball sack. And he's like, cough. And I'm like, he's like, do it one more time. I'm like, I want you out of there. I want you out of my scrotum sack. Not to mention, it's always just unappealing for me knowing that my little fella is just shrinking up in there because he doesn't want to be standing there naked in front of the doc. So I always feel like I'm being judged. One time there was a girl nurse in there that was she was in there training. He's like, do you mind if she's in here? I'm like, no. And then I had to think bad thoughts to chub up a little bit so I didn't look bad. Turn around. Whoa, there it is. So
Whip out the old horse cock, huh?
Yeah, man.
Give her a show.
It's like that movie with remember Bachelor Party when they said his name's Meat or whatever it is, and they're like, "Oh, what's that? What's meat?" And then he takes out his dick, and you hear it hit the floor, and they go, "Whoa, hey, hey!" Oh yeah, I gotta look that up now. Bachelor Party Meat. That was just the best part when they shows his dick.
Bachelor Party.
But anyway,
we went from a pleasant baptism episode to raunchy as hell. Here on Me Podcast, you listen.
We went from.
I came here, loved the show, talked about the baptism, stayed for this episode, and holy crap.
Holy crap, we're talking about guys'
Both
dicks.
of you going to hell now.
Why are we talking about guys' penises?
Sausages hitting the floor, prostate exams, and jiggling balls.
Hey, man. He did. He put. I still feel his finger in my ball sack. That's how hard he pushes, and I get it, man. You want to see
like Phantom Limb? It's just you feel it's still there.
Do I feel like it does? It feels like it's still there. I feel like his finger's still in me. So
you think that would be exciting, except it was a male doctor, right?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't even be exciting for a bad sexual experience of some chicks. It's like, let me feel your balls up inside your chest. Nope.
Let me jam.
No,
let me jam this inside you, so you know how it feels.
All right, here's the scene for us to make sure we get copyrighted, so you know that.
Yes, as always.
Here it is. The bachelor party.
This is good.
Tom Hanks.
Nick, or is it Mr. Dick?
Nick.
Go. You want to do the honors?
Watch this. Listen.
Well, it's up to you,
Gentlemen.
Do you see the tray pop and all the shit pop on it? That's the best part.
I don't remember that film.
Oh, you don't remember a lot of things.
I
think you were knocked unconscious as a child, and you just brought you back as a middle-aged man.
Got knocked unconscious as an adult. What are you talking about?
Speaking of
times I crashed on a wrestling mat before I learned how to do a set-top bomb. I felt like I was in a car wreck every time. They say that's what the equivalent of a match is. Every time I fell off the top rope.
Speaking of a doctor right now, my doctor's calling me. I hope it's not. I just took a blood test around 4 hours ago.
Scary.
Oh no.
Can't put that on the air in case they give you like 5 weeks to live or something.
5. Hey, they're leaving a message right now. Oh, this is Nurse so-and-so.
Good. Call us back immediately.
Call us back. We need you to go to the emergency room right now.
I did get a call like that on mine. We need you to take some more blood tests.
They didn't come out of it.
I'll just do that when I get a doctor. Trying to get a doctor of recommendation from a buddy. He's gone until later on in the year. And then one buddy said, hey, this new doctor he had, which was replacing the one that retired, because otherwise I might have tried that one.
I'll give it to you.
Said she was hot, but I don't know if I should trust that.
All right. Normal.
Is it safe to hear live?
Bad cholesterol is a little elevated. Large and all the rest of your numbers were fine. This probably doesn't need any specific attention as you get back on track to your regular special programs. Yeah, whatever.
Is that an AI voice or is it an actual real doctor or nurse?
It's a robot. Hey there.
You are doing fine, except for the large tumor that you need to get done immediately.
It says, get back with you on your labs. That was pretty quick. He also this nurse also commented how big my arms were. He's like, didn't you read the sign where it says don't bring guns into the doctor's office?
Oh, jeez.
Wow. You should go on stage with me. It says everything came back fine. Protein all normal. PSA cancer screening, prostate all normal. Your lipids came back just a bit elevated on your bad cholesterol. By and large,
Take a spoonful of coconut oil. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's what it says. You hit it on the head. Diet, exercise. Could look at next 6 months when we see you back. Your routine visit for considering if you would be inclined to do so. You could add omega-3 supplements, fish oil. Supplements could be helpful, but probably not necessary at this time because it's just marginal. Just a tiny bit, just a little bit elevated. But if you want to know exactly how much, call me if you're still alive.
We're following up on your weekly doctor visit. Trying to find
here,
shit,
I'll
but
tell
we
you
can't.
this. I knew it was going to be fucking elevated because, dude, I've been eating nothing but protein and just chowing down. I hardly eat any vegetables, and that's probably my biggest fault. I need to eat more vegetables. So you win and lose. And plus, I've been smoking cigars like I've been eating cookies. So
for the grandchild to come still?
Just because I feel like it. Just because I feel like it. All right. Now we got to get into why people tuned into this episode. This episode is brought to you by the Olympics. Why the Olympics? Did anybody watch the Olympics? Did you watch the Olympics?
Absolutely not. I've seen a couple clips, but I think they started off on a bad foot with that sacrilegious. France.
That part,
Last Supper.
Yeah, that part I thought was stupid. Who cares? I thought it was really crazy that Snoop Dogg brought the torch in, and then Snoop Dogg became a focal point of the Olympics. Why was Snoop Dogg?
Why is he bringing the torch in?
Get me. They're probably looking at like Americans, like, what's wrong with you? But anyway, Snoop Dogg was at the Olympics a lot. He was in different characters at the Olympics. Basically, he was seen quite a bit at the Olympics, but he came into Paris with the torch, and it became kind of comical, in my opinion, because it didn't make any sense unless it would have been funny if it was rolled like a joint.
Is there footage of him walking at the torch? Like, is he just like smooth?
Yeah, you want to see? Did he
drive in with Dr.
No, he was doing he was doing the sea walk, man, when he was coming in,
that's what I pictured. Like, he's not going to be trotting. You never can't picture Snoop Dogg actually jogging.
Well, here he is. No, he's not jogging.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's an athletic guy.
All right.
He was respectful.
That looks like one gigantic bong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a big joint.
Yeah, it's just a huge joint.
Yeah. Do you ever think Snoop Dogg ever thought that he would? I don't think the torch is even lit anymore.
That's what I was going to say. There's no fire coming out of it. He smoked it already.
Yeah, the joint's out.
When we turned the camera, he smoked the entire torch.
He lit a joint right on stage.
Everyone thought it was a torch. It was just his large joint from all the gazillions of dollars he makes appearing on everything.
So I watched it, and I thought it was cool because I usually because you can watch it on YouTube TV and you can watch it on Peacock. And you can watch different, like when you were younger, you had to wait up for certain parts of the Olympics. And then you were like, oh my gosh, like the cool ones. Like I always liked watching the lifting. Those were always on at different times, but I wanted to see certain things, but they always played the ones during the main part of the day. They always played like judo or the basketball games or running, a lot of running, lots of just regular Olympic events you would see. But then I really wanted to see the lifting part, and the judo part was actually kind of boring. I didn't understand it, but there were some cool things. But one of them made headlines, One of them, because there was skateboarding, there was BMX bike racing, correct? Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm assuming so because they've added a lot of strange quote unquote sports over the years.
I'm waiting because next year, the next 4 years, they're going to add flag football when it's here in LA. I'm waiting for the bad cornhole or
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee disc golf.
Yes.
Something that's going to but for some reason,
Car-jitsu.
What popped up, have you seen the one where they fight in the tire now? It's like tractor tire, new jujitsu, and just
they put them both in a tire and
they stay in a tire, and whoever gets thrown out of the tire loses. Like, what That's are we horrible. Doing? And we televise this because we're that dumb. I mean, we totally forgot about the presidential election at this point. We're watching tire ninjutsu and going, this seems reasonable. It's going to be the new Cobra Kai series. All of a sudden, you'll see Johnny decides to go into tire ninjutsu because he doesn't have to stand or move around too much.
Gonna fight on hot coals.
So
last episode.
So there was one breaking situation, not pun intended, was breakdancing was an Olympic event this year. And you're like, how could breakdancing be an Olympic event? Well, it was. And then the B-boys got the gold medal, was from Canada, named Phil Wizard. And the silver medal went to Danny Dan. It looked like from Great Britain. And then the B-boys medals.
America doesn't even gold it?
Well, B-boy medal. There's another B-boy medal battle in here to where some guy named Victor from America got gold. So I don't know how they decided how they were going to do it. But the one that stole the show, I don't even think breakdancing is even going to be an Olympic event anymore after this, because people were confused if this was actually an event. They even had judges who looked like they were dressed wearing like Kangos, like LL Cool J in the judging booth, judging this event. Let's see how breakdancing, let's read it on Yahoo Sports. So how it did, breakdancing, also known as breaking known as breakdancing, will make its debut. While the sport requires competitors to execute certain moves from their arsenal, their routines are performed spontaneously to music played by DJ X. No, I'm just joking. It just says DJ. And they're judged by 5 criteria: technique, vocabulary. What was the vocabulary? Execution, musicality, and originality. To catch the first 4 Olympics, it was on at some point. So you could stream this. So again, okay, breakdancing, didn't even see it. But what makes the news is this young lady named Rachel Gunn, and her middle name is Ray, so she calls herself Ray Gunn.
Ray Gunn.
She's from Australia.
Rick O'Shea.
Yeah. She's from Australia, and she did a breakdancing move and claimed she's a B-girl from Australia. But when you see what she's doing, I think you could do this, MC. This could be you doing this on stage. So if you ever want to be in the Olympics again, you just do what this girl's doing. She's 36 years old, I believe. But this is her. It's all over the news.
Like, she never won.
So see her doing that move right there, and that move, she's doing the kangaroo, and then whatever this is, and she had to compete with these girls. This is really bad video. I'm trying to find a video of her actually dancing, but they've been bashing the shit out of this girl doing this dance.
Is the video you're looking for? Yeah, does that look like they were ready to fight? So when you sent that to me, I thought they were like. What did you say? Jiu-jitsu? Thought they were like martial arts, and then the one just broke down and just started breakdancing before the fight. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
So one of the things that's going on right here, and a lot of this is if we put this on our media too. If we put, hey, see the full video right here, you click on all these videos, and it's very hard to find her breakdancing actual video because all they show is clips. Well, she's like, they're like bashing her. Like it's not even nice what they're doing. They're kind of just going after her because of her dancing style, which was pretty pretty goofy. Wasn't even, I don't know if it was even, I don't know if you would call it even breakdancing. I mean, people were laughing at her. It was pretty sad. But I will try to find a video. Here we go. Here's a video of her dancing around. It was really, everybody's talking about it. So hopefully we'll get a lot of views out of this. Just talking about Rachel Reagan on the Olympics as the Australian breakdancer. But here she is dancing. She's pretty. I mean, she looked like she was trying.
Video Rachel Reagan video.
We'll turn off this guy's voice.
Looks like she came out of Brown's Chicken.
Watch this. Yeah.
Doesn't she?
So all the stuff that she's doing.
Here's your chicken, and
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a side of breakdancing.
I actually think she looked like she's changes oil at a car dealership. Like, you might need some new windshield wipers. Let me put those on for you.
I'm gonna put some windshield wipers, and on the side, I'm gonna give you a breakdance.
Yeah, watch these moves though on your right. Watch some of these moves. Watch this hopping, and then it looks pretty legit. And then she does this move, which is kick and then flip around, and then that was it. So, anyways, not to beat a dead horse, but it was pretty bad. It didn't look, it reminded me of like when you're in grade school and they're like, hey, we're at a talent show. We're going to see the B-boys. We're going to see B-boy dancing. And so a lot of people are comparing it to the Kicking It Old School with Jamie
Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy. And did you ever see that part where they do the dance at the end? No.
I can't. No, I don't think so.
Do you remember anything in any time in the last 5 years?
Too many concussions, probably, that were never reported.
Never reported. And I can't remember the movies that I watched. But anyways, there's a part.
I'm going to tell you a funny story. I'll throw this in there real quick, okay? Because this is something I joke about with a coworker constantly. So in the job I work, sometimes we get samples and then we put them in order bags because it's like, order fulfillment. So one of the samples for this week or what it was a Rice Krispie. Okay. So, sometimes we'll eat them ourselves, if one's open or whatnot, but we're not really supposed to. You're supposed to put them in the order unless you get an order yourself. Obviously, then you get one. So long story short, so my coworker is eating this Rice Krispie, but for some reason she took a bite out of it and then closed it back up and set it underneath, like where we had the sample boxes. So I knew this, and this will tie into what we were talking about. I knew this. So she leaves areas doing order and stuff too. So I looked at it, so okay, that's the one she ate. It was probably, I forget what I was doing. I was putting away, old orders and whatnot too. And then, sometimes you get, the old sample if it gets put back because nobody picked up the order or whatnot. So it's not even like probably 5 minutes later, because it looked like it was sealed, I put it back into the pile. So I completely forgot like 5 minutes later that was the coworker's one she had bit out of. Now I couldn't see that it was, I don't know why she didn't take it with her or why it looked like it was completely resealed for some reason, but now it's back in the pile. So she comes back and was going to eat it or whatnot. Or was like, oh shit, I put her fucking shit back in a pile. So now we're searching all the orders that we could have added that because we could have grabbed it or somebody else could have when they were doing their orders. And for the life of us, we could not find this. So we were picturing somebody getting their order. They open, sample Rice Krispie, and they take the thing out and it's got a bite on it, right? So we could not find the damn thing for the life of us. It was so funny. And I always joke about that still, like that I can't remember anything 5 minutes later.
No, I think that's true. I don't think you remember we record this podcast.
I don't remember what we talked about last episode.
Yeah, you baptism. We watched you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, here it is. Here's the final episode. Oh, they're doing different music.
This is the final Jamie Kennedy experiment show.
This is Kicking It Old School. This is a lot like what it looked like. Her dancing. That part right there, they're doing that. That's kind of what the final scene looked like. So,
but how is that? Let me ask you something. Yeah. How is this a sport? Okay, that's a skill.
Again, we don't know.
That's a skill. No, I get it. That's a skill. Whatever this is, there's this line between sport and skill. Why isn't spelling bee a fucking on the Olympics then? Right? That's a pretty impressive skill if you can spell words that I can't spell. What the fuck is the difference
Why
between
isn't
going like
checkers?
this?
Why isn't checkers?
Checkers? Yeah, what the
Checkers
hell?
should be the fuck on the
Yeah.
Olympics then. I
What
think
the
we're
hell
just
is-
I think
yeah.
we're just throwing shit out there.
Just throwing anything out there.
What happened
now.
to baseball being a part of the Olympics?
It's not a part of it anymore, is it?
No,
Why?
I don't know.
That's like the what second most popular sport in America. It's played in other countries, a lot of other countries
And
too.
you know we wouldn't be the best at it because all of our best baseball players come from other countries.
The Dominican Republic probably would kick the shit out of us.
Yeah, it would just be like the Little League World Series.
Yeah, I mean they're
All
playing
of a
all year.
sudden-
They're
all of a
playing
sudden
all year round though. So I mean, it's like playing football all year round. I mean, you're probably gonna kick the shit out of everybody because you're constantly. It's like you're constantly in the batting cage.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, anyways, go back before we get into that. So, Australian B girl Rachel Reagan was getting lots of shit.
Hawk Chewy girl, Rachel Reagan.
Pretty much. They should probably go on
15
tour
minutes
together.
of fame. Yeah, I know.
Tour together. Rachel Reagan and Hawk Tui Haley are now going to go to the stadiums and do shows.
The 5-minute fame extravaganza touring again.
No shit. I could do that is a good point. They probably fucking can do it.
Yeah.
They probably would be famous.
You just got to keep going to things and be interviewed. At some point, you'll be known for
Well,
something.
she's
and then you'll make millions.
Out of all the breakdancing in the Olympics, out of all of it, this is all that anybody remembers is this fucking part. This part of this girl dancing. So she's the new Hawk Tui of the 2024 Summer
Hawk Tui
Olympics.
breakdancing. She was so bad, she's good.
She even I gotta show you this picture. This will be, let me save this so I can put it on my background. But
Well, yeah, they're probably going to be
dude.
interviewed now, right? They'll be
Ooh.
interviewing her. Why did you?
Oh,
think
they
that
have.
this-
They've been
Yeah.
trying to talk to her left and right, and she
Why
doesn't
did you
want to
think
talk.
This was a good set of breakdancing skills. You looked ridiculous.
There she is, Hawk Tui, Australian breakdancer.
Hawk Tui .0.
Tui. Maybe we should make this our cover. We'll put Haley on this other side over here, and then we'll just switch our faces out with these two ladies. I can make that happen.
Yes, all right. What? So who else is in that picture? Her and who else?
Just her.
Oh,
just her.
We'll put her twice.
And we'll put the Haley girl over there, and we'll say then me and you will switch our faces. So it's Hawk Tui versus Raygun.
Oh, Haley.
Hey, Raygun and Hawk Tui. And
I think it's hilarious that her name is Haley and it's Hawk Haley. What's her last name? Start with a T?
No, I don't know. We're changing subjects here.
I know.
So, anyways, this girl got into.
We're keeping Hawk Tui alive.
So we're just keeping it around.
Yes.
So this girl got in, and her comment was she wasn't going to beat the girls in the Olympics with the breakdance routine because she obviously wasn't a breakdancer. She felt like she wasn't as good as they were. So she came up with her unique style. That's a pretty good bullshit recovery story to come up with. To say
I took a break from broiling chicken to come out here and do my own breakdance.
I'm not as good as anybody else, so I decided just to do a dorky routine in hopes the judges would go, that's unique. Creativity, like it's a talent show. It's the Olympics, for God's sakes. So anyways,
she is wearing Green Bay Packer colors.
So she does say she wasn't going to beat him, so she wanted to be competitive. So she brought creativity.
Speaking of dorks,
are we giving out participation ribbons for the what do you call it, for the Olympics? No. So
I would like to think that the Special Olympics breakdancing would have kicked the shit out of her too. I'm sure because like she said, she had no game there. There was nothing else she was doing. She's just going like, like
Special Olympics.
I think she would have lost any Olympic competition that she was in to anybody.
She would have lost to anything. She would have lost to a dog. I think a dog.
Me and you coming
broken
up a routine. Yeah. Sadie going out there just spinning around in the circle.
Sadie could have went out there and let's see what I remember breakdancing. The movie. You do remember that. You have to
I've
remember breakdancing.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen every single 80s movie of all time.
Oh my God.
Like I've heard of those movies, but I haven't
miss out
seen
on
them.
all the movies in the world. Well, breakdancing.
I was watching very
breakdancing
horrible horror
introduced-
films throughout my entire 80s childhood, or a
Breakdancing.
lot of wrestling.
Breakdancing introduced to us the first woman breakdancer. And I'll tell you this, I think this is where she got her inspiration. And here it is. Let's see if we can get out here.
What about Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds?
There it is.
Wasn't Lamar going like a robot?
We're talking girls. Here it is.
Okay. Well, some may consider Lamar a girl, and nowadays.
Look at the girl in the back.
Is that Lamar right there?
No.
With the headband?
Check it out.
Speaking of Lamar,
it's breakdancing the final scene when she's dancing and breaking.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin's excited about it.
Show us what the hell is Shooter McGavin doing?
They're
there?
like, oh my God, look at that move. The guy with the big sideburns from Jurassic Park. That looked pretty good. And then all of a sudden she's in there dancing. Is she breaking or is she dancing?
Someone should ask him if he eats
I
pieces
think
of shit
it's
for breakfast.
dancing. See, there's her breaking.
Oh, that's already got the Browns chicken girl defeated easily.
So again, this was started a long time ago in breakdancing the movie in the 1980s when breakdancing was not taken seriously, and they went on a stage to present it to a big theater group, and the theater group applauded and accepted it as an art and a form of dancing because they thought it wasn't. All the breakdancing moves from 1980, Breakdancing 2, Beat Street, all those movies downplayed breakdancing as a dancing type of art form. And if you remember those movies, they weren't doing really cool tricks either. They were doing kind of weird dancing maneuvers. So this girl, Miss Raygun, went out there on a big stage in front of the Olympics to be judged by individuals who she has no idea because she's from Australia, to not only to be out there and perform her art of dancing, she also was criticized because they didn't find it to fit the mold of break dancing. So I say shame on you, Olympics, shame on the public, and shame on all those who were criticizing someone who went out there to perform and put themselves out there, and then you bash them. That's my PSA.
Well, I want pie eating contests, hot dog eating contests. Fuck it. Any skill competition, since that's apparently what we're looking at. Throw that shit in the Olympics since it's a joke anyways, and fuck it.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to fuck it, but okay. Yeah, we'll just
spelling bee.
We'll throw it in the Olympics and we'll just say, yeah, that's what we want. Because again,
radio controlled fucking operating races. You throw anything you can in there.
Watch this. What'd you say? No, what?
Like RC racing?
Oh, remote
trigger
racing.
thing.
Watch,
yeah.
Here's the moment. See, that's great. That's break dancing. But watch this. This is break dancing. Now watch. This is what she was doing. And you know what?
Like,
back in the 80s, that was considered dancing. And to sit there and ridicule her because it was just kind of awkward, that's shame on the Olympics. Shame, shame, shame. They even gave her zero.
Shame on the Olympic. Oh, okay. So shame on Olympics.
They gave her zero. Nothing. They gave her 0 points for her routine.
Did they give comments like American Idol, where go back to broiling chicken? You don't belong here.
Go back to the gas station where you got that uniform from.
Go back to changing oil at Jiffy Lube.
Go back to work.
Where did you wander in here? From the Green Bay Packers grounds crew team?
She's like, but I am somebody. I am a bee girl from Australia. And they say that's not a thing. She even did a kangaroo part of her dance. If you look it up.
Go back to driving kids around to soccer games.
Poor girl.
I know. We're not helping.
So I say, good for you for going out there. Don't make excuses for your dancing. If you're a horrible dancer, then you dance horrible. And you make
Elaine from Seinfeld. She was better than Elaine.
They compared her to
Elaine from Seinfeld.
They compared her to so many American shows that make fun of dancing. And again, the poor girl just was representing her country and what me and you consider a stupid Olympic sport to bring to the table, and to sit there and back. Why don't they just make pro wrestling an Olympic sport too? Just bring it out. Cage matching for Olympics 2028 and just have them battle it out.
I know, like a good cheat. Like you could see perfectly as Pierre River trips his leg up perfectly and gives gives Magnus the Highlander the victory.
Gives him automatically rolls on his back so he can give him a frog splash and pin him for the match. You saw him, he was facing the wrong way, but for some reason he had enough energy to shift over, slide, and get ready for a splash.
To give you scores for the promos. You kept saying throughout your promo. 0.
Yeah. You kept using your hands more than your mouth. So we don't like that. You look like you were doing sign language.
Your insults were tacky, you swore a lot. You weren't creative.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. But they give skateboarding, they give BMX biking. They tried this Olympic thing. This was not a good idea. I can see, I go with you. Pie eating, hot dog eating, might as well make it a sport. Shit. You might as well bring in frisbee disc golf, and that's a little more athletic than watching people break dance. And then you might as well just bring in the cornhole.
Door basketball.
That would be funny. It's like a camera crew set up in someone's room, and they're like, "This is backdoor Nerf basketball."
They slide a bedroom into the stage.
Yeah,
and that's where they have to compete.
There's just bunk beds and shit all around they can use. They're getting judged for their creativity.
They dive off the bunk bed.
You're getting judged by how your creativity was for the match. How did you used you put off the wall, jumped off the bunk bed, grabbed it, and slammed it. That's true. Not to make a joke, but they can make horse an Olympic sport.
Exactly.
Why not?
It's a game.
Oh,
These are games.
You know what else?
These are skill games.
What else might become an Olympic sport is that stupid tag that they promote. You ever seen tag, where they chase each other around obstacles and then they
laser tag?
No, like real tag.
Mall laser tag.
Oh, it's a stupid. It's an event. Shut up, man. It's a real thing.
Hey, I gave you the hosting job. What do you want?
It's called pro tag.
Did we have an episode on your failed endeavors and mine? Failed pro.
Up.
We did one on pro. We did one on pro wrestling. How about what on laser tag?
We have a minute left, so we will leave on this one as we talk it through. I think Olympics, if you're listening to us, bring in pro tag. Pro tag as a sport would be the best thing to bring for the Olympics now.
Pro tag.
Call it professional tagging. I don't think there's any reason why you can't have it. Two dudes chasing each other around, doing parkour. Bring it to the Olympics 2028, along with backdoor Nerf bedroom basketball and what'd you say? Hot dog eating.
Yes, hot dog and pie eating.
This is me podcast. You listen. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. And the Bears looked pretty decent in their preseason, which we'll discuss at a later time. Yes. All right. I'm Coach JC. This is MC. Subscribe, like, whatever. Make sure you check us out. Yes.